What up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Wicked After Dark, where we talk about all things Halloween. My name's Anthony, and with me tonight we got Ashley and Jess.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
The man behind the cam, Andy. And this trusty sidekick, Jimbo.
Jimbo.
Yeah, still around.
Take it away, ladies.
Still kicking.
Still kicking.
I'm going to take over, actually. And starting next week, I'm going to run the intro. Anthony won't be here.
Damn.
Go ahead and announce it.
Guys, I'm resigning. I'm resigning from the podcast. Your favorite person on the show will be gone.
Cut his mic already, please.
You know what I mean?
Imagine you.
Because nobody wants to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Please subscribe, or this
I
guy's
don't
going
care
to jump
about our
off the roof.
Spotify anymore.
And he's going to do a double front flip and try to land on his head, okay?
Isn't it sad that you're never satisfied?
You?
Like, the Spotify does good. You get your listeners, which I appreciate everybody on Spotify, those of you guys listening. Don't get me wrong.
Spotify's where it's
Because everybody on
at.
Spotify will be like, well, fuck you then.
Mm-hmm.
Then I ain't listening.
You disrespecting them.
Yeah,
Definitely.
but it's like, God, that YouTube number is just so fucking hard.
What's easier, to listen to it or to watch a video?
I love watching
You-
people
that's
interaction.
you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It depends.
I
if
like
you're
to
working
watch.
if you work in a warehouse and you're running around, but you can listen to music or listen to
You're right. No, 100%.
If you're on the drive
You're on
to
the drive,
work,
yeah.
you're going to listen to it. You can't watch it.
No, I watch it.
At the
This
gym.
fool-
I put
Don't
my
listen
phone on
to
the
him.
mount, and I'm just like, oh.
It's because you're old.
That's
That's
also
illegal.
illegal.
Thing.
Huh?
That's illegal.
Did you say you put your phone on the dashboard and watch it?
No, on the phone mount. I have a phone
While
mount
you're
on my phone.
driving?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Sir, I'm going to have to report you.
I
to
mean,
your
every
boss.
once in a while, you just peek over. You know what I mean?
At the road. If you see Anthony on the road, watch out.
I like to see her reaction, or all the podcasts that I watch, I've watched. You know what I mean? I prefer to watch them. You know,
You're
for
weird.
whatever podcast I'm listening to.
Because you like to match face expressions to what people
Yeah,
say.
just to kind of see what they're talking about and see reaction. Like, you can obviously hear reaction as well, but when
Yeah.
you seeing it, you're like, oh damn, like, oh shit.
It's because you don't
You
know
know
what
what I mean?
faces people are making.
Right.
So you want to see what face they're making.
No, it's because you don't want to see our outfits.
Well, I
we
mean-
have shit outfits on
Yeah,
all the
no
time.
doubt, no doubt.
You guys try to hide behind your setup all the time. So
What you mean?
look at Jessica.
What about me?
She's got that mic right in front of her face like this, so you can't even see half her face.
You're
Anyway,
asking
anyways,
why-
moving on.
If you watch the pod, you see Jess isn't wearing a hat. It's because it's hair wash.
That
today.
is weird.
I was like,
Damn.
Strange.
Y'all, I got it top of my head. You know, it's right here.
She's like, I'm actually not bald.
I'm
she
not
never
bald.
wears. She always,
know what?
always
Let's talk about
wears
this real quick.
beanies and hats, or
Yeah.
you know. And even when we worked together, she
There we
always
go. That's
wear
exactly-
a headband.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, she worked real hard. She needed a hairband.
Yeah.
okay?
Because I worked in the back,
She
you
was
know,
an
these people
athlete.
would freaking bug me
people-
all day to
People started
get their
asking
crap.
me, you know, people are nosed like, "Oh, is that your sister?" I started saying no. I was like, "That's
Yeah,
my
what a-
stepsister. I don't fuck with her."
Yeah,
I started saying that, and so they would go. Jessica like, "She says she's your stepsister," and Jessica's like,
Wow.
"That's my sister. That's my sister." And I'm just like, and then they'll come back to me like, "She says that you guys are actually." I'm like, "No, like I'm not. Like I don't really fuck with her." You know?
No, she said you were like, we got the same dad but different mom.
Yeah,
Wow.
I started making rumors up. You know, people are just nosy,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, "Oh, I'm just kidding."
I'm telling your mom.
And then they'll ask me, or I'll be like, "You know why she wears a headband, right? Like on her forehead." And they're like, "No, why?" I was like, "She has a real big forehead." That's what I would tell them.
Christ.
And they're like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, ask her to lift it. She has a fat fucking forehead under there."
Damn.
And they're
Bully.
like, "No." And she goes, "Stop saying that. Stop saying that." You know?
Ashley's a
I was
bully.
bored, you know?
Yeah.
Bully.
Bull crap, right? So I started showing up to work without a headband. They're like, what the? I was like, yeah, my forehead's smaller than Ashley's. All right.
Dude.
God damn it.
I was there,
No.
always asking me questions.
Dude, one time I got hurt at work and Ashley was laughing at me. She didn't even help me. She was there.
No, she comes out the back.
All right, well, there's our first tangent.
I'm sorry. She looks like she was gonna cry, and I'm just like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" I just fell off the ladder,
Yeah, that hurts. I've fallen off the ladder.
and I'm just like, "Did anyone see you?" No.
And there was no cameras right there,
And
so I
she's like,
can't
I
even.
was
you
in
know?
between the aisle that's called bins, but it's in between like
Oh
the
my
cubby,
God.
and she and she fell and she ate
And
shit.
it was the big ladder, like the
How
freaking
far did you
big-
fall down?
At least 5 steps, dude.
Damn. I've fallen off the top, so.
I could just see Jessica. Oh!
He landed on your back.
Yeah, on the grate, I
I'm
landed on
crying.
it. I was bruised, dude.
And I was just looking at her like, "What's wrong with you?" And know. She was like, I hurt myself. I was like, go home. Tell them you fell. And she's like,
There's
no
no
proof.
proof.
There's no cameras.
There's no cameras. Yeah.
It's even better for you.
Oh
Shit,
my
I'm like,
god,
oh,
bro.
Bro,
I can't walk.
that shit was too
would've been an
funny,
attraction.
bro.
Oh my god.
I would have
dude.
left. I would have left, but she didn't want to leave. And I was like, go home.
But they already
bro.
didn't like me. Imagine they would have fired me, bro.
Oh man, that shit was. It was not funny at the time, but it was funny thinking about
She
it.
was laughing at me the whole time there too.
No.
Damn. Anyways, moving on. Moving on.
Sorry, guys.
Anyways.
Wicked.
Is anyone hiring? Y'all know. I was kidding.
Wow. Moving on. Moving on. Let's go. Get into it.
Our first topic, your favorite topic, Wicked Fest. Whoa, whoa.
That's not in my notes.
I sent that to you.
That's the top thing on the notes.
Oh yeah, it is.
Sorry, he can't read.
He just woke up.
Coming to
Forgive him.
you this August.
Yikes.
29th?
In just
August
5
23rd.
months. August 23rd.
She's giving you
August
false
23rd,
information.
guys.
1 to 9 p.m. in the city of Ucaipa at the White Pack Center, guys. Again, going to be an absolute banger is the best way to put it. Feeling good about it. Feeling good about it. We talk about it a lot. I'm hoping that we can execute what we want. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
just
Only
put
5
on
months.
Come to the event, guys. It's
Show
free
of the year.
entry, free parking. It might be a little bit tough to park. We're trying to figure stuff out.
yeah.
Hopefully, cross fingers, we figure out a solution. By the time you hear this episode, we will be sending out acceptance emails, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yes, we will.
I hope so. That's the goal here.
That is the goal.
But again, just thanks to everybody that did apply.
Yes,
You know,
thank
as
you
always.
for applying.
Thanks for the love.
We sure
for the
do
support.
appreciate everybody. Again, guys, if you don't get one of those emails, don't be discouraged, man. It's not a definite no, you know, because we do not send out like, hey, you were not, it's nothing
Yeah.
like that, because you never know. You
Yep.
never know if something opens up. You know what I mean? So please do. Again, I cannot stress this enough. Do not get discouraged. You know, it's again, if we could, we'd let everybody in, but unfortunately, the space does not allow that.
Correct.
You know, so it's one of those shitty situations where
I wish
honestly,
you would have taken your own advice when we got rejected 7 times from Midsummer.
yeah, I
Scream
know, but it's a
originally.
hard pill to swallow.
No,
So that's why I'm
right.
saying that now. I mean, unfortunately, we're not Midsummer Scream.
Right,
So
right, right.
people are gonna be, oh well, fuck it. You know what I
Right.
mean, I saved myself a 100-degree day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Don't jinx us. Knock
80.
on
I
wood.
already told you.
80
80 degrees.
But yeah, just for real, don't be discouraged, and you know, for those who do get in, and just be ready for the party. You know what I mean?
And we love you all.
Yeah.
Just
We love you
already
all.
started.
Yes.
Where's
Super
that from?
exciting.
That's from what's
Shrek?
that?
Red peas.
No.
Oh.
Hi.
Shark Tales?
Shark Tales.
Oh yeah.
That was a good movie.
Dope.
Oh crap.
Yep.
Yeah. So be there or be square.
Moving along.
Moving
Don't
on.
be going too fast. I'm going too fast now. Hold on.
She's like, wait, let me slow down. I got these bullet points, but we're gonna blow right through them.
Yep. Upcoming events. Same as last
Events.
week. I don't know. Kind of sound kind of low, huh?
A little bit. Everybody does though.
Really?
Upcoming events: Haunted Garage Sale, Saturday, March 29th. There you go. A little laggy.
Andrew just woke up too.
It's gonna be taking
Everybody
place.
needs to have a budget, guys.
I'm
At
not
the
spending
haunted
money.
garage sale,
What
you
do you
better
mean,
have
to
a budget.
spend money or to sell?
What?
Let me
Sell
tell you what
everything.
actually did
Oh,
last
here we
year at
go.
the haunted garage sale, bro. She's like, I ain't spending no money. I ain't spending no money. This girl brought literally the whole booth. Okay, dresses, shoes, fuck, dude, everything.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, how much do I got? I'll be back. Just fucking went and spent money, dude. I'm like,
But she'll
well,
come
that
back.
defeated the purpose.
She'll come back, sell
girl
something
math,
else, make money, go.
girl math. I really got it for free.
Technically, it was just sitting in my closet.
It was a trade.
Technically, it's a trade.
Bartering.
I know for me, like, I'm gonna set myself a budget, you know, because I already know
Sure.
that, you know, there's some toys that might be there and
And you're not even taking anything.
decor. Yeah, I am.
Oh, you are?
I am. Yes.
Wow. Let
I
me
am.
tell you.
My son has like 6 pairs of Halloween shoes that he grew out of overnight, literally.
I said not to be putting those up.
So those, whatever Ryder doesn't take, we'll
Just
be taking
kidding,
to the
just
show.
kidding.
Yeah.
And I got a couple.
Already set my
That's it.
budget.
That's it, huh? I was like, no way you fucking picked anything out
We're
of
all
these
gonna
shelves.
have like you're gonna see the 4 siblings out there. We're all gonna have our little
Our
4
little
by 2
tables?
tables, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, this is my
Jessica
shit.
second,
Uh-uh.
you know, Ashley, Anthony.
Someone's gonna be like, can I
Andrew.
pay for this? That's over here.
Yeah,
Come on,
right
I'll
here.
take
I'll
it
run
right
your
there.
card. I'll run your card on my personal.
Hey, no, we're gonna be like, Zelle
Hey,
me.
you're gonna be like Apple Pay? Apple
I'm
Pay
gonna,
me
I'm
right
gonna print
now.
out my QR.
Shit, dude.
Just kidding.
Yeah, but
I
that's how
believe you.
excited these girls are
Actually,
about
though-
going up there.
Actually, I'll talk about a little bit where we're taking. I have about 8 pairs of shoes going.
Again?
I didn't sell shoes last year. That was her.
Oh.
I have like
Yeah.
8 pairs of shoes going. I have so I have a bag of clothes. I'm not joking
Mm-hmm.
you. A hefty bag. The hefty brand.
I just threw
black
away
bag?
fucking shirts
You're
too, man.
dumb.
I have a bag of shirts. I'm taking some Funko Pops. I'm thinking about taking popcorn buckets.
Well,
and
I want first dibs on your Funko Pop.
You know,
I'm
I don't
taking
know, bro.
Funkos, too.
I'm kind of selfish
Are
when
you?
it comes to my popcorn buckets.
What's wrong?
If anyone likes Naruto, they'll be there.
Oh, hell no.
Damn, that's crazy.
So those
No,
do-
I'm kidding.
Adola,
We're taking-
I'm
Adola.
taking,
I'm actually gonna have a La Llorona. I'm gonna have.
Are
a
you?
Class. I'm gonna
No,
have.
you're not, dude.
La
Shut
Llorona
the
what?
fuck-
Funko
Swear,
Pop?
I have a La Llorona
Don't take
Funko.
those. I'll buy them.
I have the Killer Clowns. I have Jumbo.
You're not taking them, Ashley. Why are you bullshitting us, bro?
I swear to God.
Let me call your man right now.
Call my man.
Okay, bro. She get rid of your Funko Pop.
Yeah.
He said
He
to
is.
get rid of them.
He said.
Okay, well, I'll
he,
buy 'em all.
He told
Hey,
me he was
look,
like, "Hey, let me get a little table."
Huh?
He said,
I'll buy them all.
I'll buy them all, yeah.
"We're
Really?
gonna bargain after
Yeah.
this."
Okay. You don't need no more shit.
No-
actually.
no
I'll give you
discount.
$5 a pop.
Nah.
Nah. The pasas.
At least,
Nah,
at
dude,
least
nah.
He has
7.
Jumbo. I don't know the
15.
names of them. Like the Jumbo
Damn.
one that he's flipping you off. He has the one with the little gun.
Yeah, we'll talk off camera.
He
Anyway,
has
go ahead.
he has Reagan.
Jess, what you talking about selling popcorn buckets?
He's already
Said
shopping.
maybe.
I was
I
gonna
doubt
say,
You
it.
did
know, there's something like.
Look it, look it, look it,
Actually,
look it,
look,
look it, look it, look it.
shut up. Look, there's something of mine in this room. It's about to get repoed.
In here?
Yeah. He was supposed to do something for me. He hasn't
Oh.
done that crap. It's about to come back to me, and I'm about to sell it
She's
at
like,
the
and
graveyard
it's
sale.
for sale.
What is it?
It's a skeleton
Lego
Lego
head.
head that he was like, "Oh well, let me get it. I'll hang up your whatever." Phone never.
Fool, I'll
This was
do
months
it,
ago
fool,
already,
I'll
bro.
do it, dog, my
I'm
bad.
gonna have mugs too, guys. Check me out.
Damn, this bitch is plugging in again,
Hey,
dude.
hey.
It's
I want a
follow me on
percentage,
Macari.
Wicked Threads will be there.
Follow her on whatnot.
Damn.
Make a whatnot, fool.
I don't know.
Oh,
Three good
wow.
lives.
Anyways,
That's where
guys,
you
And
sell your
this
thing in the
economy-
jigger.
Kaipa will
Hey.
be up there.
In this economy, I'm gonna have to make a whatnot and OnlyFans. Ah,
Ah.
just kidding.
We'll be in the city
That's
of
gonna. I'm about to
Kaipa.
really be wicked after dark
Oh
if I don't get
my
a job.
God,
Actually-
dude.
Oh, yeah,
Just
this
kidding,
will drop
just
just in time.
And once again, anything you see on camera in the background is for sale. Just hit us
Hey,
up.
And I'll
everything's for
freaking-
sale, baby.
You know, you could put it. What is it called? Hold an item. We'll put your post-it note name on there, bro.
Damn.
There's some autograph stuff in here too.
Yeah.
That Freddie bust up
Almost
there.
all my stuff is autographed. Fun fact.
500 if you want that
Dude,
Freddie
I'm
bust.
about
let
to
me
take
know.
some.
So I have a lot of money.
You better not
sitting
get rid
here.
of that Freddie no
Hey,
more.
if for real.
I'll have a lot of that Freddie bus in the corner.
Whatever happened
He
to the house?
signed. Reagan
You guys
right
got
The
rid of
here.
it?
house is in the trash.
We threw it away.
No,
Reagan.
you sold it.
It
What?
is-
You guys give it away or something.
The cabin that we built.
That thing is
No,
in
we
the
sold it.
trash.
We
No,
sold
it.
it was in
Oh.
the trash.
Oh, she threw it away then.
Just
I thought we sold it.
at when we're still at the shop.
I am telling you, we sold it to the dumpster.
Oh, okay.
Because it.
That's
Alright.
rude, dude. Don't-
And I'm pretty
Anyway,
sure Anthony's
she
the one that did it.
signed. He signed all the stuff in here. They're signed. Where's Jason?
On this end. The mask over there.
They're signed. I got a lot of signed shit.
This
dude.
one. This one.
My mom
Reach out,
actually,
we got
she's
you.
she don't listen to it anyway. She's a hoarder, guys. She has shoes in brand new boxes that she wants us to take for her. If you're a size 7, you better be real happy. I'm 7.5, 8.
Bags.
So we'll have sizes from 7 to 8.
I don't have any.
That's the most
shoes.
popular size, you know?
Designer bags from the
Hey,
last
if you're
20, 30
you're
years.
a Halloween card fanatic, you know, maybe like a Halloween Pokemon, taking all of those craps. Stacks.
Sister, remember when you bought me this plain tote bag? That's kind of obnoxious.
Oh, you mean the one that you asked for Christmas and you never wore?
Well, that will
She's
be
about to do
Damn,
that.
we're just gonna put it on camera now. She's gonna get rid of it. Let's see her reaction.
Dude, it's a huge plain size bag.
She's the one that put it on her Christmas list.
And when it came in the mail, I was like, God damn.
Literally.
Literally.
Is what it is, dog.
We're just giving you a taste of.
Damn,
What we're bringing.
dude. Well, shit. There's a preview,
Well,
guys.
they already
There'll be a little
sent
bit
an
of ours.
email.
And if you're interested now, go ahead and reach out. Just go ahead and hold it now. Shit.
They did send an email that like they would rather it be items
Like
that,
garage
like
sale
a garage
stuff.
sale.
Of course.
So I'm sure we'll take.
Y'all
like,
don't even know.
some of
I'm
our
going
stuff.
to the thrift stores right here. Been
This
looking
time.
for crap.
So you're gonna resell it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have a couple of goosebumps books that I'm gonna be taking.
No, you're
No,
Wayne.
those are not taking.
Wait a minute, I hunted those down.
I went with you.
Those are not going
hunted them,
nowhere.
But you
These
reached
didn't
out.
make it back to your house?
They're in a downstairs closet.
I thought you had them on display at your house.
Oh, I have my copies of display.
There's some more downstairs.
I have like editions that
Hoarders.
like the covers are
yeah, I
like,
remember
holographic.
those.
I have those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
We got some Harry Potter ones for sale.
Hey, dude, because people love Goosebumps, bro. I remember when we brought them out, the one guy was like, "I'll take them all,"
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we're like, oh, "Shit, well, let's come up with a price." You know what I
Yeah.
mean? The guy was kind of rude a little bit. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
he was. You low key, we shouldn't have sold to him.
Well,
I mean, he was willing to pay, and he paid. We were just like, ugh. He's like, done. Like, fuck, well, there went all.
Literally all of them.
And I'm sitting here, like, hunting them down, like, come on, like, let's strike a deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We did that like 3 times
Uh-huh.
and sold them
Every time.
time.
And then we stopped because we don't like making money. So, anyway.
Right.
Anyways,
Why
guys,
is this called-
March 29th, 12 to 5, haunted garage sale in the city of Yucaipa at Little Shop of Ink.
Yeah.
As you heard, it's going to be a banger. You know, fucking, this is just one shop, guys, that's going to set up. There's going to be multiple shops there.
Can you imagine what everyone else is bringing? Like their personal collections? I can't even.
Can't even imagine. Moving on.
Are you gonna announce it or?
No, y'all,
Oh.
man.
Go ahead, Jess.
My phone was locked. Sorry, y'all.
October Village, Smoke and Fire will be there. This is in Pomona, I believe. It's a
Yes.
new location. They're going to be throwing their event. That's going to be April 19th from 12 to 6.
Yeah, they just
Yay,
posted like
yay.
not a sneak peek, like a peek of what the location looks like. So go follow October Village and check that out. They also posted some question thingies for everyone asking. They have the answers over there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a free event, but you do have to RSVP, guys. So make sure you do that.
And it will be busy.
Yes. Yes, it will.
Come check it out. I know it's going to be, they're going to have drinks, food, live music. It's just going to be an overall good day, man.
Yeah.
Good vibes.
Good vibes. You know, it's always fun. October Village always has great events. You know, a lot of those people who have attended know, you know what I mean, that it's one of those where it's going to be it.
Yeah.
Good
you
stuff.
know.
Good stuff.
And that's again April 19th from 12 to 6 p.m. in the city of Pomona.
Pomona.
Get all their info at October Village, though, guys. Okay, get on them social media and get all the info you need.
Yes.
And see us there.
We will be there.
Well, me and Jess will be there.
I'll be there.
Is this a Saturday?
Yeah.
Yes, it's Saturday.
Oh, okay. So it's a big event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a big one.
Yep.
Those are funnin'.
That's all we have. That's in April, so that's March, April, and then May, June. We still don't have much going on yet. But
Yet.
we have
But keep your
an
eyes
event
open.
scheduled for July. It's a little one. I don't know if you guys heard
in
of it
August.
before. Oh shit, you're right. They moved it. Damn, you're right.
So we don't got nothing for May, June, July.
And August. Until August. August is crazy. But we will be at Midsummer Scream in August. Yeah, it's exciting. I
Hell
don't
yeah,
have
it's
the
exciting.
dates to that. I didn't write it down.
August 15th through the 17th.
Good job, Jessica. Your microphone does work, baby.
15th through the 17th.
In the city of the LBC,
That is
At the
Long Beach Convention Center.
Yeah.
that is a ticketed event, guys. You gotta pay to go into that one. So,
Well, worth it.
but
It's the Met Gala of
do
horror.
not fear. We have a discount
Wicked
code
is
for y'all.
here.
Oh, what?
Wicked Boo.
Wicked
checkout,
B-O-O at
20% off.
checkout, huh?
Yeah.
20%.
20%. That's
Until
true.
when?
Jeez, you better get up
Yeah.
on that, guys.
What
20% off your Midsummer Scream ticket. You better hop on it right
Doesn't that
now.
expire though at a certain time?
It does, so
After
get it now.
April 19th, I believe. Or
And
something
again,
like that.
this event will sell out, guys. So please get up on it now if you're trying to
Yes.
attend. This event is the event of the
If
year.
y'all want to see celebrities walking around, just go there. You want
Yeah.
to see John Murdy? Go there.
They have everybody there. Paramount. They got Universal
Mazes.
Studios, Mazes,
Castle
Haunts.
Yeah.
Castle Dark will be there.
Then they go and set up little facades. For
Knots.
They have the mini haunts, right?
Yep.
What's that called?
Over
Hollow-
300
Shadows.
shops,
Hollow
bro.
Shadows.
They have the
Food trucks.
Decay Parade. What is it?
Yeah.
Decade Brigade slideshow.
Sliders.
show.
It's really cool.
I watch them every year they go, man, and they fucking bring it every year. It's
Mm-hmm.
amazing what they
I
can do.
follow one of them on TikTok because he's TikTok famous.
Uh-huh.
Or I don't know if I follow him, but it's funny how people go crazy over him.
Yeah. Poor kid.
That's
Poor
media.
kid, I'm sure. He's struggling.
That's media.
Pobrecito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those girls in the
I was
DMs.
just talking about that to one of my buddies I saw. Obviously, he's not on the level, though, but Ryan Reynolds was just leaving his hotel room from here to the wall. Probably signed 30 autographs before he got to the car. And people just like this. As he's walking, you know what I mean? And it's just like, God, that's got to be fucking annoying, dude. Because the minute you're like, no, oh, he's an asshole.
Yeah.
But the people going like this, hey, sign my shit. You know what I mean?
Touched me with that.
It's all good. You
Well,
know?
Right.
you've had some experience
Who
with
wants
that.
Ryan Reynolds?
It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. Huh? I mean, I don't like the guy.
Me neither.
Blake Lively, though, shit.
I don't like her either.
Fun fact:
I mean-
Anthony signed a few autographs.
When?
In
On
the
your
Nightmare
main
days.
stage?
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, dude. That was decades ago. man.
Crazy.
Cringy.
But
At
anyways,
Disneyland.
Yeah, the whole stalker and stuff. Oh, no, we're not talking about that. No, I'm just kidding, guys.
we're not going to go through all that, bro. We're
Guys,
gonna leave
did you
that in the
know?
past, you know
Did you
what
know
I
I
mean?
had a stalker at one point in my life?
She was like 15. 14.
And he didn't believe me, okay? And I was like, Anthony, I swear to God, he's following me. You're like, you're stupid. And then he started seeing him around. I had a stalker. Not everyone can say that.
Anyways, Midsummer Scream, guys, in August, gonna be, man. I'm already
Massive.
planning. Like, I'm staying out there. I'm taking the kids out there, getting a hotel. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a
Damn,
weekend.
we
you
better
working
book
or
now.
are you just going
Bye.
for funsies?
After.
All I can say is it's a good time to buy your tickets. You got your tax return. Go ahead and use that discount code.
That's right.
Who got their tax return?
Some
Not me.
people.
My
I'm
tax
sure.
guy. Oh, I think he sends it by boat
A pigeon.
up
Pigeon.
north to San
pigeon.
Francisco, Sacramento.
they're
Washington.
processing-
You know,
Sing or
rides the
something.
coast and shit, and then they put it on a bicycle, and then bike it in.
Messenger.
You know what I mean? Like shit. Shout out to him if he's watching.
They're gonna send.
Imagine.
They're gonna send it back on the AOL mail.
No
He's
shit.
like, oh, okay, motherfucker.
Dial up.
Now don't
Get a
come to
new.
me
Hey,
next
text
year.
me right now. Get a
Dad,
new
let me
tax
ask you
guy.
something. Do you recognize the email SBC global.net or something like that?
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
The first
SBC was one of the first companies.
San Bernardino County.
Yeah.
That sounds like
Global.net
school.
is, you know what it sounds like? It's all the old people coming, oh yeah, I haven't used that in years. And I'm just like,
It was like.
what the hell is this?
I used to have a
man.
Hotmail.
Yeah, long
I
ago.
never had one of those.
Hotmail, I had one.
Nah, I never had one of those.
I have a Hotmail.
That sounded like a porn site.
Hotmail.
I have a Yahoo and an iCloud and a Gmail.
Damn. Wait, me too.
Anyway,
But it's
Long Beach, we gonna
SBC
stay
was
out there,
a
right?
phone
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
carrier.
we'll see how stuff goes.
Wow.
You're like, we'll see what the financials are looking like for that
Oh.
weekend.
Okay, here it is. Sorry. Southwestern Bell was SBC Global.
Oh. In other news, it is the Met Gala of
old.
Halloween.
Yep.
It's where everybody puts on their best show, brings you their best. You dress the best. It is what it is.
I don't know about me wearing any kind of docs this year, though. You might see me in some
Hey,
Bokas.
hopefully not, because I don't know what it is with Ashley and her docs. But every
my
time she wears them, she
God.
magically finds my knee or my, my calf, my ankle to just.
You know what
kick,
trips
you
me
know?
out? Why the fuck they make us walk all the way around? Why don't they open
What
up
do you
that
mean?
little side door right there?
Oh,
you
they're
know?
very thorough.
Like, Jesus, we got to walk up the stairs. Get through their security.
Do you, oh, you weren't
That's like,
there.
holy
You got to get through security.
Wow. But
Because
anyway.
it's a convention center, dude.
Yeah, no, I get it. You know what I mean? You got to be safe. You
Safety
got to get through the
first.
security guards. Their security guards half the time is lost. You know, but
Yeah.
such a great event. A fun one for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. For
Be
sure.
staying out that way.
Remember when you guys used to talk shit to me because I started saying for sure?
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
y'all, look at y'all. For,
sure.
sure. For sure.
For
Fuckers.
sure.
Again, that's one of those events, dude, where it feels like an event because of just the capacity on what it does and the entertainment and it's just so much going on, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't even know what the tickets sell for, but it's worth it. You know what I mean? You could make a day out
I
of
think
it.
the cheapest one is always like $30.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy,
Friday.
guys.
But this event,
Friday,
you see
yeah.
everything from everywhere. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're a nerd for anything, you'll see it.
It's
Does not matter.
Exciting, dude. I'm
Convention
excited.
style, massive. That's the best way to
You know,
do
we
just
it.
did Walker Stalker Con.
yeah,
it was
convention style.
Walker Stalker Con has nothing on the feel of Midsummer Scream.
Just think Comic Con, but horror.
Yes.
That's the best way to describe it.
Massive.
Entertainment. You got, celebs. You got
Panels,
shopping. You
yep.
got panels. You
Yep.
got, oh man, just
Yeah.
so much going on.
Yeah.
Array of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Wallets will be drained that day.
That weekend. You
That
mean?
weekend, yeah.
But not if you use Wicked Boo to get your tickets.
Wicked Boo. That's B-double-O.
That's the code.
Boo.
Yes. Boo.
That'll be our code for 20% off.
Yes.
She said, "Boo."
Get out there and get them.
All right. Where we at? Damn, we're smashing through time here. Let me slow down.
Not really.
We're at 25
It's time.
for Dodger baseball.
Oh, that's coming soon too. But no, it's time for something else.
Is it time already?
Yeah.
All right, guys, it's time for our. I forgot the name of my segment. Shit.
Wow.
Haunted places. Today's location is going to be located in the city of San Francisco, California.
San Francisco.
It's actually Alcatraz.
I've been there.
Alcatraz.
Alcatraz, let me tell you something. And the reason I bring this one up is because I've been there. This
Oh,
was
we get it,
many
dude.
decades ago.
Many moons
Not
ago.
that-
I would say at
Decades.
least a decade.
Yeah, more. Probably
Damn,
2013.
bro. Shit. Was it been that long
I
already?
think so.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
I still have pictures on my phone.
Yeah.
Anyways, I did get to go. It was an amazing experience. I'm hoping that we can get out there, you know what I mean? But Alcatraz, just the story and the history of this tiny prison, you know what I mean, on this island is just insane.
It's tiny.
You know, it's not. It looks tiny from the
The distance.
street, or from the mainland. But when you get to it, it's actually a pretty good sized prison. They got multiple, rows of cells, and it goes up, and it's just so spooky and eerie, and the feeling of being there is insane.
Right.
So some of the prisoners that were there, I got it pulled up here. Give me a minute here. Al Capone. Does anybody know who Al Capone is?
Yes.
Like the
No.
most famous mob boss in the history of
Mob.
mob. You know he has a house here in Fontana?
He's still alive.
Huh? No. He's dead.
Oh, okay.
But he has a house here in Fontana that I've actually been to because I'm a nerd. Got to check that out from the gate. Pretty cool.
It's a big ass house.
It's a big house, yeah. It's a pretty big house. Let me see. George Machine Gun Kelly, don't know who that is. And Arthur Doc Barker all spent time in Alcatraz. They were all notorious criminals.
Damn.
So the point of Alcatraz was these is where they sent these guys that were the most fucking
It's
bad
maximum security
motherfuckers.
prison.
Yeah, I was you're gonna escape. Good luck, right?
Yeah.
Well, supposedly some people did make it. But anyway, so they built this maximum security prison out in the middle of the Bay Area there in San Francisco. So if you escape, dude, first of all, you got to tread through shark infested waters.
Yeah.
Why is it shark infested waters? Because there's plenty of sea life there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's such a. I haven't been in over 10 years. I've heard that it's really been falling apart as far as like the transient activity, the homeless, things like that. But when I went, it was just beautiful. It's the best way to describe
what's
it.
weird is that it opened in 1934 and
Yep.
closed in 1963.
Very short run.
Very short, and it only held about 260 prisoners.
But those were the 260
The-
most.
Most heinous.
Yeah.
And that was a one person per cell prison, so everyone was trying to request transfers to get there, so they
Right.
could be, oh, just me, hell yeah.
Yeah.
But you weren't bad enough, you won't go and get accepted.
So when we went, it was 2015.
Damn.
Damn, has it been that long?
Yep,
10
years.
years ago. Just passed February 28, 2015.
That's
So here's one of the cells that I did get to go into, and I went through many cells. Obviously, the famous ones you were not allowed to go into.
They had
Al
'em, like-
Capone's
yeah.
was behind glass. The cell where they escaped from was behind glass. The actual head that they've made,
The
was
decoy.
in there and shit like that. So again, really cool to actually see it though, because you hear about these stories, you learn about it, and to be in the presence of it, you see the hole that they climbed out of, and you're looking at it like,
Well, it was 3 guys.
yeah,
And they don't know, they never found bodies.
nope.
And supposedly there's like a rumor that one of the family members had a knock at their door one night and a letter was left or something
Yeah.
like that.
They went to Canada.
I don't know, because if
That's
I
the
was them,
rumor.
if I was like on my deathbed or something, I'm like, get the camera crew. It was me, motherfuckers, you know?
for real.
like,
That way you
I'm going to
could
make
die in a prison.
headlines. Nah. That's dumb. You're gonna take him to prison. He's already living out his last days here. I guess Alcatraz was a no death row prison either. Like they didn't have death row there. It was just a maximum sentence holding cell where you rot.
So I wanted to bring up this cell real quick. It's cell 14D, which I did get to go into. On top of Ghost Adventures, investigated it and captured glowing red eyes in this same exact cell. I'm gonna read something here. It says, rumor has it the night before. Oh, I'm sorry. I went too far up. In 1940s, a man actually died in cell 14D. The guards found him strangled on the floor of his room. Rumor has it the night before his death, he kept screaming that a creature with glowing eyes was trying to kill him.
Dang.
Which is interesting.
Right.
You know, again, this cell was a punishment cell. So a little context to the cell, it was bars, doors, darkness. So they'd shut you into this pitch black room, completely dark, shut the door, and they'd go outside to the secondary bar, and then they shut those bars.
Jesus.
Okay, it was completely dark. Do you remember that
It was
room?
a dungeon, yeah.
It was like a dungeon, but
Yeah.
it was on the main line. It wasn't
Yeah.
like in the corner.
Yeah.
It was just like that fucking fortified. You know what I mean? It was so dark in there. I just remember being so dark where you had to go through a 2-step process to go into the cell. So when I went there, it was just again one of those most eerie fucking feelings, bro. You're like, wow, like imagine closing that door on me and
Hell
then
no.
spending 16 hours on punishment in here.
Or
Naked.
whatever. You don't even know.
No.
You know what was scary about the whole thing?
But
And this is gonna sound, I don't know if you did this when you were there, but when you're there, it's like $5 extra, and you get the headphones with the little wand,
yeah.
and so everybody's walking around with that. One time I stopped and took off my headphones. There's hundreds of people there, and it's silent.
Silent, yeah.
So it's like weird. I don't know. Like you could scare yourself really easy when the voice in your earphone stops talking about.
Oh shit.
Because they had little marks. They had little marks on the thing, and I think you punched in the number or something, and it would tell
okay.
you about that cell, that area, this area of the prison, the whatever. So there was a couple times I would stop and just take my earphones off, and it's silent. Just everybody wandering around with their wand and just listening to.
It's an
weird.
experience, dude.
Yeah.
It's an experience because you get to see all these places again. You know what I mean? That cell, they let you walk freely, or they used to. This is 10 years ago, right? So you walk freely into the cell. You know, you get to see, you know, all the serial killers that were not all the serial killers, but the murderers and Al Capone cell, and you know, I think there was a guy named like the Birdman.
Birdman, yep.
You know what I
Have you
mean?
seen Scooby Doo?
Yeah.
Seen that one Scooby Doo where he like escapes? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
tripping, right?
Yeah.
There's a Scooby Doo movie, and like makes like makeshift wings to fly off Alcatraz or
Oh,
something,
shit.
and it didn't work.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
They take you up to the infirmary. You know, they take you up to the showers. You know, you get to explore the exterior part of Alcatraz, the baseball field that they had there. Again, I don't know if this is still open because I know that it was
Yeah.
Alcatraz is slowly
They're
deteriorating.
going to close it eventually.
You know, eventually it will close just because of the salt water of the ocean. You know, but you know,
Deteriorating rapidly.
it's another part of those history where it's not going to be there forever.
Nope.
You know, but
It'll be there. You just won't be able to go to it.
right?
It'll just be decaying.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're trying to stop it. They have all these organizations trying to, you know. But interestingly enough, I wish I had more time to pull up more history on it. But it was actually, there's writing up on the prison wall. I want to say it was like this. What was it before the prison or after the prison, where they had writing up on the and tagging up on the buildings.
I'm not sure.
It looked
which
like
one.
it got run over by something else after they left or something like that. But
Like
that
people
didn't
were
last.
getting to the
yeah,
island?
that didn't last very long.
That's scary.
I have pictures of it. It just looked crazy because you're pulling up to the docks, right, to get off your boat, and they had these big ass letters plastered over the prison. You know what I mean? After the prison was not a prison anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, it became a bird sanctuary.
What the hell?
Yep. And then that's when the national park took over. So it's part of the national park system of California or the United States. So like when you go over there, there's like park guards and all that kind of stuff. But
That's crazy.
You
Very.
think they leave at nighttime? Like they're
They've
like,
No,
had-
they got people
no.
in 24 hours.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
no.
I mean, you can take a boat. It's not that
it's a boat
far
ride,
into
yeah.
the
It's
into
like,
the
what is it,
bay.
like 20,
you know?
30 minutes?
No,
20
not
minutes?
even.
It was like 20 minutes.
And that's because they take the long route. But I'm saying, if you had a personal boat, you can take your, you know,
Yeah.
if you're ballsy enough, because obviously it's illegal
Yeah, yeah.
to take your personal boat up there.
Yeah.
But you could. Could you imagine if it was empty throughout the night? Oh,
That's true.
hell no, yeah.
Vandalized like crazy.
But again,
Also, there was a protest in 1969 where Native Americans
that's the one I was talking about.
activists occupied the island for 19 months, raising awareness about Native American issues.
That's where they plastered their stuff on there and whatnot. And I want to say there was a riot that ensued in the prison, and they actually threw live grenade rounds in there, right?
Oh,
I believe so.
And
That
they
was
actually
long.
take you to those spots. I think it was in between like the library and a cell where the grenade went off, and it's still chunks missing out of the concrete.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of shit to see there. Anyways, like Dad said, though, you're walking through this prison, and the groups aren't that big. You know, don't get me wrong. It's a big ass ferry that takes you, and it's not cheap. But you're walking through the prison, row by row, seeing all these things, and you're like, man, you take off your headphone, you're like,
Pin drop.
It's weird. Yeah,
there ain't no music playing in the background. There's none. It's just
Silence.
you can hear the crashing of the ocean, the breeze cutting through from the wind of the ocean, the birds. That's it.
Spooky.
Can you
It's
imagine
literally
sleeping there at
like-
night?
Like time stood still, you know.
Yes.
It's standing still there.
So the reference you're talking to about the grenade was there was a group of armed convicts that tried to take over to escape, and they drilled holes in the ceiling and dropped grenades into the.
Jesus.
Damn.
It's
They were messing around.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That-
Where,
Yeah,
you-
so
where are you
just
going?
I know those prison guards have stories too.
Oh, for sure. These
Every prison
they
guard
used to have
does.
families that live there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They have housing on the
Yeah.
island.
Well,
and all that.
before it was a prison, it was they built it as a fort for the military.
Right, for the military.
Yeah.
beforehand.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So there's a lot of history on that island.
There's a ton. That's what I'm saying. We got to get to it and see if we can actually do some video stuff there because
Dude, I'd be
it's
scared. Like,
it's
that's some
so
real
much.
shit.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
dude, don't you remember the Ghost Adventures episode where they caught the eye?
Yeah. Okay. The room I just told you about.
Yeah.
That's the same room.
Yeah.
You
The
can go
guy
in there.
that died there, strangulated, was screaming
That
that
there's
somebody
something
with
with
glowing
red
red eyes
eyes.
was gonna kill him, and they found him dead.
Yeah, I'm
Ghost
sure.
Adventures caught that
That
glowing
red
red.
eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
that
didn't
room
see when
Aaron
I
had
was
to
there.
be in by himself.
Huh?
Is that
Yeah,
Aaron in there by
probably.
himself?
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh man, What are we
Aaron's
talking
always
about?
by
Oh, boy,
himself.
Aaron. We're gonna get into that right now, but anyway, yeah, Alcatraz, man, definitely check it out, guys. It's definitely a good piece of history.
Don't
to
buy
know.
a rock from there.
Very-
Don't take it home.
Well, I think there's one in here.
There is.
There is.
That's why we're
Oh,
always
man, I
haunted,
should've brought it
y'all.
out.
Should have brought it out. Where is
Where
it?
is it? Where's that piece of rock at?
I think it's right there.
Where?
No.
No.
I don't know. This is your
Give a
shelf.
piece of the rock.
Check
Yeah, I
this
don't.
side.
I don't actually organize this stuff though. My
I
wife
think it's
does
on
it.
that shelf.
I think it's on the white shelves over there on that
You
side.
don't see it? You guys don't see it over there?
It
I
might
can't
be.
see that.
It's
Oh,
up there.
it's up there.
Yeah, that's too far.
Is it?
Yeah, it's up top.
There's all kinds of stuff in here.
Yeah, it is
There's
up there.
probably something in
There's a
this.
piece of the Titanic,
It's not a piece of the
Yeah.
Titanic. It's a piece of the coal that was on the
the
Titanic.
coal, sorry, which is part of the Titanic.
And you know what's crazy? This stuff ain't cheap.
But
Right.
you paid for it,
I
though.
sure did. Yeah, I did. They gave me a letter of authenticity. So I bought a piece of the concrete from the decaying prison. You know, because again, it went towards the salvation of trying to preserve the island to the best of their ability or whatnot. But
That's what the park system does too. They
and,
try
it,
to
and it's
preserve.
pretty cool because they put it in this like plastic container and they zip tied it and they gave me a letter of thing inside the zip tied box. I've never actually touched the item, you know, but just a very interesting tour, long tour. It's very, very eerie and spooky, and it was during the day.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine walking through there. I always bullshit like, yeah, I want to take a night tour.
Don't they have a night tour?
They do offer a ghost tour there.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Sounds fun.
They do. But again,
somebody
I
else?
could just imagine I was already a little spooked out during the day. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine at night your head is playing games with you.
For sure.
Like, what
For
was
sure.
that? Nah, that was something.
Yeah. Next thing you know, you got a,
Going
Al
with
Capone
you,
and-
going.
nah,
Following you?
Nah, man.
Yeah, no.
But anyways, that's Alcatraz, guys. That's gonna wrap up my
Wrap
little
it up.
segment.
Wow.
I mean, if you don't think it's haunted, just walk through there and you'll feel something.
You'll feel
100%.
something. I feel like either way you're gonna feel something because at the end of the day, that was like a moment in history, you know.
Oh
A big moment.
It
You know,
look-
you
and
learn about this place.
When
so
you
it'd be-
coming in on the boat too, you're just it looks like a cart, like something cut out of the past.
yeah.
Right. It's
know what I
literally
mean?
like yeah.
Going to the infirmary, the way their wheelchairs look, the way
Yeah.
they're stretched, it's still all
Is
there.
it still like
It's
that
all there.
long looking? It looks like a chair with wheels on it.
Yes.
Like a regular
Yes.
chair, right?
We think 1930s. It's almost 100 years ago.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we're 5 years short of that.
Pretty wild.
So, it's an experience.
Alright, don't be so drama. 30. My grandma was born in 36, right?
She's gonna be 89.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, crazy
All right.
experience. We'll have to
We'll
check
have
it
to
out.
do like a live there. Not a live, but like
Some
something.
type of tour. Not the
It's-
nighttime one, because Jessica won't make it.
If you're all together, you know.
Jimbo, you know, as many
If we're all
as of our
together.
ghost encounters that we had, I don't think my dad has actually been to any of them.
Nuh-uh.
We've only had one.
We did Prospect twice.
You never invited me.
It was a lie.
Nobody's ever invited me.
Andrew missed one. You missed both.
Never
Andrew was
invited.
scared. I don't care what Andy says. That fool was like, "We're really
Hey.
gonna walk over." Yeah, we are.
See, the thing is, you can be scared of the dark. But growing up as a kid, like I grew up in places like North Carolina, Texas, where you'd play in the woods in the dark. So that I'm a little more comfortable with.
Oh, you for sure got beat for being outside past the street lights.
We were always in
The
trouble
heck?
for that, you know. But we were out playing, you know. So you're a kid. We were out an hour past dark, and we're like, "Oh, it's dark. We're in trouble."
You better run home.
And it was dark. You know what I mean? We're in forests, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
heck no.
Yeah.
Imagine they're running. Boom, tree.
Nah, you don't run, and you gotta
You
know
got
where
the
you're going.
moonlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Sometimes.
anyway, well, hopefully we get back to something like that.
Yeah,
Man.
we gotta do
I
something.
miss our little adventures and try not to take nothing home with you. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Shit.
That was always fun.
Oh, yeah,
good.
that's my
Yeah.
favorite.
Well, you keep buying stuff to bring home with you.
I mean, I don't have anything in here that I don't think that would.
We just covered it. The
offer
Titanic,
that.
Alcatraz, some books from Zach's place.
That's a signed book.
Nah, it was there. You know what I mean? Like,
I have
Ashley
the
has one
same one
too.
too, so don't say that.
It's in the gift shop. There's nothing there.
Yeah, you said it yourself.
Oh,
the
it's
gift shop doesn't feel scary.
it's
My
an
signed
invisible
copy
wall.
is
There's
actually
salt
gonna
on
be
the
at
floor when you're
event.
walking
This-
past it.
Just kidding.
What?
I said my signed copy of the book is gonna be
Shut
at.
up. No, it's not.
This fool.
Anyways, moving
Moving
on.
on.
Moving on
To-
into my favorite segment of the night.
Killer's Corner.
Quick comment. Why did it sound like that? Did it start from the middle?
Feels like it
Even
did.
my dad made a face and I looked at him like, wait, what? That's
You
that
know,
messed
our
up. You know,
guys
Andy.
aren't
Happens.
exactly professionals. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Lace,
That's a write up. That is a
Wow.
write
Hey,
up.
you know, I caught a mistake in the last pod. We'll talk about it after that. After this, it was funny, dude. They both looked at me like,
Today's Killer's Corner, I'll actually be pretty interested and
Kind
involved.
of different. This is gonna be a different style of Killer's Corner because we're gonna talk about some recent events. It's more like
Current-
TMZ for Wiki right here.
Yes.
Dun-dun-dun. Oh no, that's ESPN. Never mind.
Breaking news.
Thanks for tuning
breaking
in.
news. As you know, we are all Ghost Adventure fans.
Huge.
Yes, Anthony. Thanks for tuning in tonight. So everyone who got
Take
the
it away,
phone,
Ashley.
Everyone who has a phone. Well, I think you sent it in the group to our
I
dad.
sent
Dad.
Dad
And
did.
it said TMZ reports.
Hold on, before you go there.
Fuck, all right.
That's how I know my dad doesn't really work hard. Why is he reading a TMZ article in the middle of work?
It actually popped up from like Daily Mail.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to TMZ like, oh, let me confirm
That's
this shit.
not
He's like, oh, if
real.
it ain't on TMZ, then
It didn't happen.
That's
Yeah.
what I
mean?
said. I was getting out. Well, let's talk. What we're talking about is Aaron Goodwin from Ghost Adventures, a fake ass wife trying to kill him.
That's crazy.
And when Dad sent that to me, I was getting out of the shower. I was like, "You're fucking lying. Like this isn't real."
Yeah. Hey,
I
low
read
key,
it wrong. I thought he died.
Yeah.
I thought it said
Imagine.
wife
Fuck.
killed
well,
him.
what's crazy is I just saw Zach's post earlier that day at work and said 20, like he was like 2025. 2025 has been a rough fucking year. And then the fucking thing ended. I was just like, and but he was just like, it's been a wild fucking year or something like that. And it was a story post. And I was like, damn, what's up with my boy Zach? He finally got wifed up and got divorced next day.
For real.
It fucking
got
sure
married?
shouldn't. No. Hours later, Dad texts us that message, and I was like, "That's what he was talking
Yeah.
about, dude."
That's crazy. That was crazy. Well, you ran into Aaron at Disney
Yeah,
and
Disney
his wife.
and I FaceTimed you for
Yeah,
them.
he's my favorite person on Ghost Adventures.
She's like, "He's my favorite character."
You know, like I'll go to war for him. Like,
Wow.
So if I see her on the streets, it's on.
You know what's crazy is I met her. I met him. Very, very nice, humble people, dude.
Right.
Like, I'm sure a lot of people didn't even recognize who they were, right? Because it's a very specific crowd.
Right.
But when I seen them in the gift shop, actually, my wife spotted them,
At
and I was
Disney.
just like, "Fuck!" I'm usually more like, "Nah, let him be."
Yeah.
Hell no. I was
like,
like,
"Can I get a
nah.
picture?"
Yeah, I was like, you know, I was like, can I FaceTime my, imagine, can I FaceTime my sister? She's a big fan. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I
The
still
wife
have
was
that
all
video.
cool. They were
I
shopping.
screen recorded it.
They were shopping for house supplies, like cooking utensils. She's not gonna need that for a while, but
She's gonna have 3 daily meals though, so
yeah,
she's
for
fine.
guaranteed.
3 hots in a cot, baby.
That's crazy. They were engaged for the longest too,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like they recently got married.
I truly feel bad for him though. I mean, from what I've read, I don't know if he's made any official statements, but what he said is he thought he was in a happy marriage.
Yeah.
Well, part of the article, if you go back and read I think the TMZ article or one of the articles that came out I had looked at,
Yeah.
it's just weeks before he was on like Instagram gushing about her, how much he loved his wife and all this stuff. And so he was oblivious to.
Maybe because they missed like a reservation for Disney or something. She wasn't happy about it.
Because they're Disney nerds.
Oh yeah, Disney nerds and Dodger nerds. He would take special flights out just to make Dodger games.
Yeah.
That's how I know. I was just
Shoot,
like,
hit me up,
damn,
Aaron. I'll be your friend.
hunting ghosts is making pain like that.
Well, staying in
Oh,
rooms
yeah.
by yourself.
Yeah,
Probably gotta beg
being the
your
guy
check.
that's always screwed over in that show. Yeah, you better get
I'd be
paid.
like, Zach, we're gonna have to talk after this, dog.
Hit me
yeah,
up.
bonus.
Hit my line.
Hey, but Aaron, if you watch, bro, right here, I'll go to the Dodger game with you, bro.
Yeah, let's roll. I'll go.
If
I'll
you
be
buy
your
the
best friend.
tickets, I'll buy the beer.
There we go.
Yeah.
So basically, the wife of Aaron got busted in a murder for hire plot. So she was talking to an inmate, I guess,
In Florida, which
In
is
Florida.
bizarre.
trying to pay him and trying to set up like an idea to get him killed. Like, okay, maybe do it when he's on film. On a
Yeah.
No,
film
no. She had set it up. She thought it was happening. She was texting the guys. That's how she got caught up too. She was texting. I did it. Is it
Oh,
done?
is it done?
Is it done? So she
Yeah.
thought it was happening.
Uh-huh.
So there's that. And of course she's denying it now. But
You're telling me a guy out of prison scammed her?
who would have thought it?
You know what's crazy? That the guards found that.
Really?
I think the guards
Yeah.
found the phone or something
Yeah.
like that, right? And notified the, authorities here because they were in California. They were shooting something in California when it all went down.
Uh-huh.
So it's just fucking crazy. Like, if I was the other guy, I'd be like, whoa, hey, I know this fool too. You know what I mean? Like, am I clear? You know what I mean?
Well, it's
but-
funny too. Not fun. It's not the right word. Ironic. Damn, I lost my train of thought. Go ahead.
all
I
right.
totally lost my train of thought.
It's all right, Dad. We gotta get you
I have brain fog too. I
Ginkgo
got pills on
biloba.
the counter right there.
Basically, she even put in one of her letters, like, "Am I a bad person because I
That's
choose
what I was
to
gonna
end
bring up.
his existence, not divorce?"
Yeah.
Yeah, girl, you
Yeah.
was a terrible person.
You're fucking safada, fool. You know what
There's
I
something
mean?
wrong in that nugget.
Watch him be like, come out later in the statement. I love her though. It's okay.
I mean, everyone, you obviously don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
course,
okay?
never.
I'm obviously Team Aaron, obviously, but obviously we don't know if
I
he
don't-
was, what was happening.
Well,
But
I'm
Dad-
over here,
I don't
I'm over here
care.
reading the one from CNN, and they're over here stating like, oh, she was in love with this inmate.
Yep.
She gave him a initial payment of $2,500. Just stuff like that. She's on.
So she set aside over
She didn't
11
make
grand.
bail though, right?
no, it's $100,000.
No, but she didn't make bail. They didn't let her
Who's
out.
gonna post it for her?
Yeah. Her
Somebody has to
husband-
post it for you, bro.
Hey, Aaron's like, yeah, I'll post your bill.
Oh, I'll fuck him
Oh,
up
no.
Hey,
myself.
come
I'm
home.
like, come here, I'm beating your ass. So I guess she kept messaging the guy. He's asleep right now in the hotel room. I need to know what's going on. Can I get an update? Was it done?
Damn, bro.
That's cold.
Dude, just thinking about that situation, I'm sitting here like, that would scare me.
This happened in October too,
Yeah.
so it's barely coming out in the media.
I'm sure he wanted it under wraps, bro. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's kind of embarrassing, too. What's
Well-
crazy, though, is that they've been filming, and he's been there.
What's the best way to take
So-
your mind off of problems? Keep working.
That's true. Hang out
Here's a
with the
public
boys.
service announcement, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not happy in your marriage, don't kill them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Get a divorce.
Shit.
Dude, they got married in
Move on.
2022.
Jeez.
Move on with
Super
your life.
recent.
Don't go to prison for the rest of your life.
It's an insane situation. I really do feel bad for Aaron. You know what I mean? I don't know the circumstances of the situation, but nobody deserves to die.
Well, the circumstances is this, right?
She was unhappy.
In one of the text messages, it said she asked, "Am I a bad person because she chose to end his existence instead of divorcing him?" Yes, you are.
Yeah.
You're gonna rot in
and
prison,
she said that
bitch.
because she didn't believe that he would accept a divorce.
You know what's crazy is that she won't get life. She's not gonna get life.
because the
It's
action
gonna be like
didn't
to
take
conspire
okay.
murder.
like
I
10
want to.
years.
I want to talk about what you just said though, because I read that part too.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't accept divorce. It's
That's
called
what
a judge.
Right.
You're going to accept it whether you want to or not.
No,
so
I
that,
think
that
that's
mentality,
honorable for him too.
right? But at the same point, you don't kill him because you don't think he's going to accept
No.
it. You know what I mean? You say, "I'm done. I'm moving on."
But that's a pretty honorable thing on his part, to be like,
for
you know what,
sure.
we're going to make it work. But what was I saying right now?
No, we all lost our thoughts.
You too?
Man, no, I was talking to Jess about it. It's just an insane situation, dude.
Yeah.
All the way around,
Do you know
Like,
how?
she's not gonna serve a life sentence. She'll probably do
10
max
years for
10,
probably,
max. Because it was
It didn't happen.
attempted
didn't
murder.
happen. It didn't. She wasn't a part of it technically. You know what I mean? She deposited $2,500, but
That was a down payment.
yeah, it was a total.
Well,
I think it was
I
like
guess-
$11,000.
11.5. I wonder where they got the
That ain't a
5.
bad price.
11.5.
She's like, you know what's on sale this
I
month?
don't
It's
know.
usually 12, but I'll do it for 11.5.
Oh my.
That's crazy.
I guess the corrections officers caught wind of it when they seized the inmate's contraband phone in Florida. For her
Insane.
part, police say Victoria, her name's Victoria, denied wanting Aaron to be killed, and she says that she was daydreaming or fantasizing about being without her husband. It was daydream. She was just fantasizing.
Again,
Cops say she also told them that she didn't remember sending those messages and doesn't want her hubby killed.
Well,
this is the time to make light out of something. I'd act like I got possessed and he brought something home.
That's
Yep.
what they said. The
Well-
next ghost adventure is going to be.
Oh, for sure.
Well, she
Well-
can't because she gave a statement saying that to the police, like that she started talking to the inmate after she found him off of a true crime documentary.
like Ashley
She
watches.
started like sending him mail, and then all of a sudden they started communicating through text message, and she fell in love with him.
That's insane.
Wow.
Ladies, get it together. Stop sending mail to death row inmates, please, or
Yeah.
inmates that you don't
Insane.
know.
What do you
bro.
think they're gonna do to you?
It's just, I
Crazy.
don't know. It's such a shitty. Again, my heart really does go out to Aaron because it's fucked up.
And
dude.
it's crazy because she was sending that dude like text message where Aaron is.
Yeah.
This is where he is right now. This
Imagine
is
the
where he
guy
is
and
now.
Joe's like, yeah, okay. That was thanks.
Don't get me wrong.
okay.
I'm sure they carry security with them when they're
Yeah.
on locations and stuff like that. I know, like, I've seen when they do lockdowns, it's like a fucking giant barricaded gate.
No, but
You
she
know.
sent him to his hotel.
Right.
That's where she wanted to send him.
I wonder how she was going to do it.
Well,
Like the
she
hitman.
wasn't. No, who knows?
Silencer for sure.
Damn.
I don't know.
For what?
For 11.5.
Nah, I don't know, bro. That's
For
a
what?
trip. Anyway,
Zach came out and says that it's an emotional time for Aaron, and he's just trying to give him love and support.
that's good on his part, dude. You know what I like about
Be a friend. It's time to be a friend.
that whole situation, man, is that I feel like that crew has just been such a tight knit crew for over 10, 12 years of
Oh yeah.
the duration of the show. You know what I mean? They actually do stuff outside the show, you know?
Which means they like each other.
Right. I think, you're there for your brothers at that point, you know?
Yeah.
So to have your brother go through something like, if it was my brother, I mean, that's whatever, but
Shut
to have your
up.
brothers go through something like that, it's nuts. It
Right.
sucks.
Well, stay tuned for the next drop, Marriage, The Demon Inside.
Oh,
I'm
for sure.
That's for sure coming.
For sure. They're going to make a profit off of
Oh
that.
yeah. He's like, fuck, let's flip it into something.
Zach's gonna be like, do you want to make money?
Huh? Do you want me
I
to
will
more
produce
money?
the next fucking, you know what I mean?
I would. Shit.
That's
Hell
just
yeah.
it's just like crazy and sad if you think about it.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Just to like, that's
We're right at dawn for Aaron.
And then,
Yeah.
all right. So moving on to the next guy. Who are we going to talk about next?
We are another recent event. We're gonna talk about. His name is Sorry, that's not
Brad.
his name. It's Brad. Brad Little.
Brad Sigmund.
Oh fuck! Sorry, guys. I'm all confused. It's
I'm trying-
Brad Little signed his name on the bill to make that actual pass.
Oh.
Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Too many Brads. Anyway, what was his name? Brad
Sigmund.
Sigmund.
Now dead.
He's now deceased. He was an Idaho man. Idaho becomes first state to prefer death by firing squad for execution.
Ain't nothing but a G thing.
Where are you reading that
baby.
from?
Idaho becomes first state to prefer death by firing squad.
This happened in South Carolina.
Okay, but I'm just reading the bill first. Please, if you don't know what I'm speaking on, do not cut
That
it.
doesn't matter.
they're saying.
do-
She's saying that Idaho was the first state to be like, yeah, shoot them.
Yeah, but it happened literally this one in North Carolina. South Carolina.
Because Brad Little signed the bill less than a week after an inmate's death row was killed by firing squad in South Carolina. If you would have let me get to the punch.
Well, hurry up,
Jimmy.
man. You slow.
Oh my God.
He's all like button in and shit. You know what I mean?
I'm multitasking over here. Sorry,
You want to take over, Killer's
I got 3 things going
Go
on.
ahead,
over
go
here.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, now you lost
No,
my
go
spot.
ahead.
Now you lost my train of
Brad
thought.
Sigmund, South Carolina, Idaho.
Well, now I got to scroll. It took me back to the top, bro. I wasn't prepared.
He got blasted.
Anyway, he chose his own way to go out. Let me tell you the background on him. So in 2001, I want to say it was 2000. Right, Dad? 2001. You should know.
Yep.
Oh,
2001.
He went to his ex-girlfriend's house and to go take her or basically kidnap her and take her on a honeymoon getaway, a romantic getaway, and then it was going to be a murder-suicide. That was he was planning. He was planning to kill her and kill himself. It didn't go that way. He ran into her parents and decided to kill them with a bat. So that led to him being locked up, get the death row, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know why they let him choose his own route. Because it was either execution, firing squad,
I
or
think this
lethal
all,
injection.
yeah, it
It
all
was-
happened because of the lethal injection, right? Like,
Right. So it was electric chair, lethal injection, or firing squad.
Right.
He wasn't down with the electric chair.
Right.
So he was cool with lethal injection, but he wanted them to prove to him that the drugs were not out of code, out of date, whatever. So
Which is like, what the hell?
which is weird because he didn't want it to like halfway work. And then so he picked firing squad because that was still available in South Carolina.
Which is pretty cool.
Pretty weird. You don't hear that ever. So
Well, that was the first firing squad method. What, 15 years?
Let's see. That's on the top of the article, I think. It was a long time.
First time in 15 years in the U.S. Simon was pronounced dead nearly 3 minutes after being shot by 3 volunteer prison employees last Friday.
You know what's crazy? I'm looking at the graphic of how they do it. It's only 15 feet.
Damn.
That's a free throw in basketball for those of you who are
That's a no-doubter. That's what that is.
with rifles.
And where do they do it at? Inside the prison?
They strap
somewhere?
him to a metal chair with restraints and a hood placed over the head with a target over his chest.
on his chest, yeah.
I thought they placed the target over his heart.
Yeah.
Basically.
But I'm saying, is it
An empty
is it
field?
done at like a gun range? Is it done?
It's done at the prison.
It's crazy because there's an article here from CBS News, and it's like this journalist just talking about like he literally watched him die, like he was there.
They put like a giant glass of what do you call it? Bulletproof glass, and that's what they all stand behind.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's sitting in a metal chair, and they just it's going to go through him and into the metal
Interesting.
at 15 feet. It's quick.
Imagine. Oh, damn, I missed.
No way. Not from 15 feet with a rifle.
That's crazy that there's that many people volunteering. Like, I'll do it. Shit. Give me
I
that
think
gun.
it takes a certain individual. Those guys need some therapy for sure. But what's different from firing a round off or pushing the lethal injection?
The lethal injection's automated, actually.
Is it?
I
Not
think
allowed to be
it's like a
administered by a
machine.
doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess
Because technically he's killing
the
people.
longest
Yeah, it's against
inmate
their
that
oath.
served on death row was finally going to be put down by lethal injection, and they couldn't get an IV in the guy.
Mhm.
Damn.
Like, what? Put a central line in his ass and light him up. You know what I'm saying? But I guess they couldn't get an IV.
Yeah, it happens.
Stop
bro.
drinking water.
He dehydrated himself.
Mhm.
That's crazy, huh? Like, good
Lived a little
luck.
bit longer, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine like, oh, okay, let's take you outside. Can you
Oh,
imagine?
gotta use the backup now.
Guillotine.
Bring out the chair.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
they're trying to pass it everywhere, like the option, I guess, which is weird.
I think it's stupid that we give options.
Right,
it should
right.
either be like, hey, this is your death method.
That's
You don't
it.
like it? That's too bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To say it's inhumane, I would say maybe the electric chair might be a little inhumane.
Yeah.
But again, if you've decided as a state to say, okay, we're gonna put this man to death for his crimes, then bro, you got everything you deserve, buddy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I get that argument, the cruel and unusual punishment and humane, all that stuff, but you're not dealing with humane people.
Right, exactly. It's my point is if you were, gone through the system for 15 years and they've declared you a dead man, you know what I mean? You've obviously done some really horrific shit.
Yeah.
I mean, for his time spent on death row, it's way shorter than a lot of inmates.
Yeah.
You know, because he was convicted in 01.
You know what's crazy? What are your thoughts on guys like I was a kid the last time I watched a live execution, right, on in the news, and so they were really pushing for this guy to get a stay, and that's to they canceled the execution last minute.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he didn't get it. They put him down. Allegedly, he's a changed man now, right? He's written kids' books. He's done this. He's done that. What are your thoughts on something like that? You know what I mean? Do you believe after 20 years, let's just say 25, 30 years, a person can change in that time frame for a mistake they made 30 years ago? But regardless of the situation, whether you're a changed man or not, the problem is you still committed that crime.
Right.
So do you think, I don't think we actually put anybody down here in California anymore, right?
No, they suspended it.
Yeah. So do
You know what's funny? What can cause a stay of execution?
what's that?
Um,
Last minute evidence piece?
Pending an appeal, change in circumstances that would call for new trial, or just be like us and be broke and file bankruptcy.
What?
Bankruptcy proceedings will stop an execution.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
So
What were you saying though? Like how
just your thoughts on, like, again, let's say you've committed a crime, you've been 30 years on death row now, but the crime you committed could have been a murder, right?
me personally.
Anybody, I'm saying your thoughts on this process. The guy now has changed his life 360. He's writing kids' books. He's, just a completely different man.
Mm-hmm.
Does he still deserve to be executed for the crime he committed 30 years ago?
Yes. Because it took you having to sit in a cell and having that time to think about it for you to figure out that was wrong.
Right.
To be like, I'll never do that again. Okay, yeah, you're never going to do that again because you're
You were
already in
caught.
prison.
Yeah.
Right.
There's no going back. You can't turn back the clock, in my
You
opinion.
can't unring the bell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can't unring the bell.
So
already
what's done is done.
It's done.
It's like
done,
an
brother.
eye for an eye kind of thing, and the anti-death,
Committee.
yeah, they're just like, oh, we shouldn't,
I get
we
that.
shouldn't judge or not judge, but like, what is it? I just read it. Hold on, let me go back to. I want to say
Don't
his
be
exact
God,
words.
basically.
No, but I get what she's saying. But at the same time, if I understand that, but if you're on the other end of that and it's your loved one that was
Yeah.
Right.
murdered,
Yep.
at all costs, I want that person.
Down.
Gone.
Yeah. Oh, gone.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I think, too, and then it goes into the somatics of things.
He-
Like, what
the-
will happen?
they said, remember the victims, but not with more killing. How can you, sit there with family members that happened to and be like,
And
I
if-
understand
and
you're upset, but don't
generally it
kill
comes
him.
from people that have not experienced
Face
something
that
like that,
hardship,
But and you know what? Though I will say there
are
have
some.
been cases where family members of the victim say, we don't want that to happen.
Yep.
That's not going to fix anything. That's not going to,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But unfortunately, once the state grabs a hold of something like that, the state will prosecute
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
You know what I'm
At
saying?
that
So-
point, it doesn't matter what they say. Yeah.
But there's those people who are like anti-death penalty, but the pro-death penalty people are like, well, I don't want him to sit there and use our resources
right.
and money and, infirmary visits and medical supplies on a piece of,
Yeah.
you know? So it goes both ways.
It's
and I
definitely
get it.
interesting
I get it. I
point.
get it. I
It's an
get it.
interesting topic to like talk about.
And then
Because
you go
I do
in-
get both sides. Don't get me
Right.
wrong, I do. But at the same time, again, if you're on the end of, well, they
Like, if
killed
it
my
was-
family,
Right.
that shit ain't cool. You know what I mean? And he's allowed to live. He's already been allowed to live another 15, 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, my family member's been dead that long, So, and at the same time, it's like, shit, well, this guy has now changed. He's doing good. He's got his, whatever. So you can see that as well. But you're not doing justice to the person that he, committed the crime towards,
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I think that too, and a lot of people who got wrongfully
Convicted?
convicted
Mhm.
and they're sitting on death row and they didn't do it,
yeah.
a lot of the times, or that's what they'll claim,
Yeah.
and you'll never know, like, what if they didn't do it and they're gonna get
Yeah.
They got
put
punished
to
for it.
death, and it wasn't even them.
At the end of the day, we're human.
Right.
Mistakes do happen. And unfortunately, they happen,
Yeah.
so.
So there's an in between, like, but if there's not enough evidence, I don't know how I feel about them getting the death penalty. But if it's like cold to hard evidence right here,
Right.
like there's a video camera and that's your face and you did it, give it to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's That's
and
you.
you got to sit there and make the call. And when they look at you,
Okay, I already knew you were gonna do that.
Let me tell
well,
you.
that's what the government's doing. The governor of the state, he sits there at the very last minute.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Well, first of all,
damn.
the governor of the state's not even thinking about it until somebody calls him with an appeal.
Oh, okay.
He's got other shit to do.
What's sad is like they actually show the phone too, like to see if it's gonna ring. You know what I mean? Like, oh fuck, is it gonna ring, dude? Doesn't ring.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Anyways,
That's
We're
we're
not
not gonna end today's show before your ass gets on your little movie segment. I don't care if we're not 2 hours over.
Hi guys.
Yeah, that's right. Strap up them headphones, boy.
Like Andrew
guy
was
was ready
already.
to
He was already
go.
standing
Hey,
up.
dude,
You
he was
see
already
him?
like-
He was already like.
Dad said he's making chicken parmesan. He got to go.
And we'll make this super quick. Scary movie. You know that funny movie. Everyone knows that funny movie with the Wayne brothers.
If
Well,
I'm gonna be honest, and I don't want people to.
yeah, you never seen it.
No,
Anyways.
no. Wait, I've seen it, but that was the first ghost face encounter I had before I saw.
Oh Jesus.
Really?
Yes, that's sad, huh?
You know what's funny? The comedy version scared me more than the actual Scream movie. It scared me. Like, I was spooked. I should have been watching that as a kid. Most likely, that was the case.
Yeah.
But
they were
no.
funny, so that's probably why
It
I
wasn't
watched
funny
them.
to me.
Yeah.
I was like,
I thought they were hilarious.
I thought it was terrifying.
Anyways, they just posted when the new movie's gonna drop, which is what is the date again?
June
Dad?
12th.
June 12th,
Oh,
2026.
soon.
With the Waynes brothers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think that a bunch of them are going to be in it.
Always.
It's of course they gotta bring
write
down
it,
the originals.
produce it, their star in it. They do
Chris
everything.
Pratt's ex-wife.
You mean
Cindy?
she made him?
Or
and
I don't know
if she's in it.
Okay.
Sydney,
She is in it.
Sydney?
I want to say she is in it.
help me.
Where are you?
No.
Was that a part of the Scary Movie franchise?
What?
No,
Yes, in that movie.
with the ghost.
Hmm.
But Ghostface wasn't in it.
That was the second one.
Oh yeah. That's
My
the
favorite-
ring. That was the ring one.
You know who's back?
Hmm.
Officer Doofy.
Oh, I'm sure.
No way.
Yeah.
Art's cool with him. They just had him.
That's funny.
And then she's like, "Oh no, I know this bitch ain't gonna bring that shit over here."
I hope they're in it.
You know
Like,
what? Out of all the parody films, that's got to be one of my favorites.
Yeah,
bro.
it has to be.
It has
It's
to
just
be
the
one of my
funniest.
favorites, dude.
It's
Oh
hilarious.
man.
No, because the scene where he cut the top of his head off,
Uh
that shit grossed me out.
Oh, the Silence of the Lambs scene.
huh. They did that one. They did the
Hannibal.
one with oh, and that's in the pro.
Yeah, talking about that one.
You know what scene that's from though?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, dude. Yeah, good shit. I get excited for some stuff like that. Yeah. Or when he's rapping. Oh, he's like, oh shit. Yeah, good movie.
Stupid.
Bro.
Or they're playing with the basketball.
See,
Uh-huh.
when it comes to like stupid horror comedy, that's a good one.
It's a good time.
It's a
It's hilarious.
funny
You,
one.
You like actually
know?
said there were some scenes like, oh shit, you know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
there's a lot of scenes where you're dying, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or Tim Curry.
Oh
takes
my
his shirt
god,
off
I
and
know.
his nipples are like.
So sad.
Yeah.
Hilarious movie.
Yeah, but
To me.
I want
I
to
like
watch it.
funny movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
For
That's
sure.
That'd be
gonna be
Good time.
a good time. I don't know what it's gonna be about, but you know what?
Who cares?
It's going to take aim at Insidious, probably, and all those.
You think so?
Probably
Paranormal
whatever's
movies.
new. There's a lot of new stuff out, so we'll see
Yeah.
what they go
Oh,
with.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna talk about the new documentary I just seen, but we'll save it for next week.
All right.
Yeah.
So is that gonna be it?
That's gonna be it. If you guys have time, because
Oh.
I'll be talking about it next week. Check out the Manson family murders on Netflix. Hopefully, you guys get a chance.
You know,
Gotcha.
we've covered Charles, but.
We did
that's-
cover it, but in
But
this
you could cover him, like, for
it's
10 years.
It's actually footage of him talking, and it's
Yeah.
kind of weird to put a voice to the
Oh,
person.
yeah.
To the face.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
like
He's
actually,
crazy.
they go into detail about the whole like
was.
Beatles thing and how he was gonna be a musician and he kind of got played and the whole background of that. But yeah, check it out.
Crazy.
All right. Anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap this one up for tonight. As always, thank you guys so much for listening, watching. Please subscribe. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel,
so
please.
Anthony can sleep better at night.
Please, please, please.
Bye.
You talking shit over here?
No.
All right. As always, guys, we'll see you on the next one.